one constant through all the years, Ray, has been baseball.
Hey, bada, swing, bada.
What's up, guys? This is Rusty, back with another video about vintage baseball cards. Except today I'm going to share some cards that aren't quite so vintage. I'm going to share cards from the era that I grew up in, and I grew up with these guys. 1987 Topps, coming off that 1986 Mets win. I would ride my bike to the neighborhood store with whatever money I had and buy a pack or two of 1987 Topps, open those up, take my bike back home and stack those cards up on the shelf. And so today I'm going to share some cards from my childhood era, and not because they're particularly valuable, because most of them aren't, and not because they're rare, because they're not, but because they're fun. And they're fun to collect, and they're fun to look through. So I'm going to turn this camera around and let's look at some cards. All right, I have to start with probably the biggest chase card of the 80s. 1989 Upper Deck, Ken Griffey Jr. I did not have one of these cards when I was a kid, so I had to pick it up whenever I got back into the hobby. Another 1989 Upper Deck, Randy Johnson. Deion Sanders. John Smoltz. 1989 Donruss. Edgar Martinez, 1988 Fleer. Tom Glavine, 1988 Topps. If you were around in the 80s, you collected this guy. Jose Canseco, 1987 Topps, with the All-Star Rookie Cup.
Jose took a step back in there. He's leaning a little bit right now. He's running. There's the throw. Number 40. Jose Canseco, the first man ever in big league history to do it. And now he's asking the umpire if he can take that second base back.
87 Donruss rated rookie Greg Maddux. And there's the other one with the mustache, Jose Canseco, 1986 Donruss. And Fred McGriff. Bo Jackson. This is another guy, if you lived through the 80s and collected baseball cards, you collected this guy.
Line drive toward the corner in left field. It's going to be up to Bo Jackson to try to stop Reynolds from scoring. He can't do it. Yes, he can. I don't believe it. He made an absolutely perfect throw. It looked like there was no way he was going to get him. Didier still doesn't think he had the throw there. I can't believe it.
He didn't even try to hit a cutoff man. He must have thrown this ball over his cutoff man's head by 20 feet.
That 1987 Topps, that's just a classic. More Bo. one more. The classic Mark McGuire. Barry Bonds. Eric Davis. Roger Clemens, 1985 Donruss. And this was my guy right here, Darryl Strawberry. I can't tell you how many of his cards I collected as a kid. More Darryl Strawberry. And that's the one right there. That was one of my favorite cards when I was a kid. That 1983 Topps traded Darryl Strawberry. Have to put a Nolan Ryan in there. That is an awesome card. The color match, 1983 Donruss. Wade Boggs. Ryan Sandberg. Tony Gwynn. Don Mattingly. Kirby Puckett. Cal Ripken Jr. '81 Topps Harold Baines. Rickey. Tim Raines. That is also a cool card. And then the card where it all started, 1980 Topps, Rickey Henderson. Kind of that transition between vintage and into the junk wax era, or whatever you want to call the 80s cards. Well, I hope you guys had as much fun as I did going through these cards. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time.
A 1987 Topps wax box. For those of you that want to know what that is, folks, that's a box where you get all 36 unopened packs, and yes, the bubble gum is inside. It's the real deal.